Hey guys, so it's day 2, second day of the vlog. I'm just on my way into Cambridge to do a photo shoot. I feel like today is, you know, that second day at work when you kind of, you've had your first day, you've had your kind of bedding in period, and then second day you're expected to kind of get on with what you're supposed to be doing, and it's potentially a bit harder than the first day, and that's how I feel today with this vlog. And there's a lot more to cram in today, obviously, so I'm going for a photo shoot in Cambridge, a couple of hours this afternoon. And again, obviously, if you've listened to yesterday's vlog, then you'll know why I'm doing this today, but just as a quick recap, the reason I'm doing it is basically, again, to push me outside of my comfort zone and kind of play on my perfectionism trait. So I quickly booked this model shoot. Fashion photography and lifestyle photography is something that I really enjoy. I've just not had enough time to do over the last few years, so I booked in a model and kind of set a day and a date, which is today, and that's kind of forcing me into doing this today. Otherwise I would have sat there, thought about it, contemplated it, thought about how I could do it perfectly, and then it would have never happened. So booked it in, I'm on my way, and I'm hopefully going to be able to document a bit of it. I'm going to speak to a model, I've never met her before, so I'm just going to check she's okay with like filming parts of it and that, and then obviously show you the results. The kind of little thing about this shoot is I've picked up a camera that I've had for years. I bought it second hand for about £180, and then I've got a 50mm lens on it, which cost me about 40 quid I think recently. So the whole thing costs less than 250 quid. And my point with it today is, like, I'm trying to strip back everything and just get back to basics, learn the basics properly. And the reason everyone gets kind of caught up in gear and what you need, and having better gear is going to give you a better photo and whatnot. So my point today is that I'm using cheap ass gear, and hopefully it's going to produce decent results. That also comes down to my talent of taking a picture, which I'm still a bit iffy about, so we'll see how that goes. I just kind of want to show you that you don't necessarily need the most expensive gear to get started in whatever you want to do, or even kind of continue to do what you want to do. Like, the biggest thing I've learned over the years as well, when I was younger I was quite lax with money and I'd just buy anything I wanted, but in meeting my wife, who's a massive saver, she's taught me that, like, it's better to be a bit leaner with your money. So that's another reason I'm kind of stripping back and trying to use the basic stuff so I can be leaner in my life and potentially live a better life because I've got more money, and that's about it really. The 550D, it was one of the first cameras I got when I started out in videography. It was like this massive revolution of, like, you can shoot film with a camera. So that's why I got it originally, and it done me well for quite a few years. You know, it shoots HD, 1080p. It's got, for the time when it came out, it's got a big sensor. Obviously not now, because obviously sensors are much better and megapixels and whatnot. But at the time it was a really good camera, and it still is a great camera, and that's what I want to kind of test out today basically. You know, it's got all manual controls, it shoots a good image, you can put nice lenses on it, and that's what it's all about really, and then the rest is down to you and obviously the model, the situation, or whatever you're shooting. So I'm really excited to use this and see what results I get from it. Just got into Cambridge and just parked up, just wondering if anyone feels nervous before they're about to do something out of their comfort zone. It's a good nervous, but yeah, it's just a bit weird. I'm so used to being like in control of what I'm doing with my video work that this is a bit out of my comfort zone, and I'm just kind of feeling a bit apprehensive about it, but I'll catch up on the shoot. I'm absolutely knackered. I just climbed up like 8 flights of stairs real quickly, and it's made me realise next thing I need to get out of my comfort zone is exercise and stop eating so many burgers and pizzas. So I shot today with just the camera, no flashes, reflectors or anything, and it really made me think about the light and the direction of the light and how it looked on the model's face. And yeah, I made some mistakes, obviously I'm still learning, but when you get that light right and you take that picture and you can see how much it transforms the picture, it just makes everything look like gorgeous, as opposed to getting the lighting wrong and things looking dark and light and whatnot and the face looking blown out. So yeah, by having just the camera and a lens, essentially that's all I had on me, and a battery and an SD card obviously, really made me think about the extra things that what make up a good picture composition and lighting that, and that's something you can't get from a more expensive camera. So I just gone through some trees. So yeah, like no matter how expensive your camera is, you're never gonna get a better picture if you don't understand the fundamentals, and that's the biggest thing I learned from the shoot today. So I just got back from the shoot and had a look through the photos, and I guess the question to answer is the 550D worth using in 2018? And my emphatic answer is 100% yes. It is never going to win any awards in 2018 for its specs. I mean, it's nearly, I think, 9 years old, so obviously the sensor and that's changed a lot since then in the newer cameras, and just kind of the specs are a lot better. But paired with the 50mm lens, which I bought for about 40 quid second hand, I think they're about 100 quid new. Even the new one, this is the version 2, I think there's a version 3 with a silent motor, I think that's about £100. But I picked this one up for 40 quid because I've used it in the past and I knew it was a great lens to use. So paired that with the 550D, I think it's a perfect little combo for people who want to start out in photography or want to continue their hobby but need to pick up a camera again. So yeah, I couldn't recommend this enough for anyone that wants to get into photography. I'll leave a link below where I got this body from a couple of years ago. It's a second-hand site which is a bit more trustworthy than eBay. And all I can implore you to do is, if you've been thinking about getting out and shooting for a long while but you've been wanting to get that perfect camera or the best camera and been saving up, I'd say just go and buy this little beast, take it out, find a friend or a model and just get shooting, because that's what I've done today and it's got the creative juices flowing, and I want to go out again tomorrow and shoot some more. Unfortunately I've got to travel up to nearly Scotland tomorrow, so I won't be able to, but it's definitely made me want to book another shoot and kind of get more into photography. And by the end of the shoot my kind of creativity was bubbling and I really wanted to try different things, but obviously we had to finish the shoot, so it was kind of disappointing. But ultimately this done its job today and I would wholeheartedly recommend it in 2018. So that's the vlog for today really. I know it's a bit of a short one, but tomorrow I'm travelling up to Scotland, nearly Scotland, the Scottish borders, for a wedding, and I was going to do a little review or kind of talk about what equipment I take to a wedding. I try and be as light as possible and on the day be as discreet as possible, so a lot of my kit fits in one bag, so I'm just going to chat a bit about that. So if you want to see that tomorrow, definitely subscribe, and if you want to talk about my photos or talk more about the 550D, leave a comment below and I'll be happy to chat to you. But other than that, I'll just say keep smiling and I'll see you tomorrow.